began on the 8th of December 2024 last year. The election was on 7th of December. So 8th of December, between 8th and 9th of December, counting and declaration happened. And then the EC declared Ernest Kumi, the MPP candidate, winner with 19,269 votes. He beat Henry Akwatia, the NDC candidate, who also polled 17,206 votes. With this declaration, the NDC, they were not happy with the declaration. They were not happy with the entire election. So, led by Henry Akwatia, the NDC rejected the results. They cited irregularities in the election process. I will show you a video on our social media platform. So join us there, 3FM 927. Video of the dispute, if you like, the chaos that marked the declaration process and, was a benchmark for the NDC's position to dispute the election result. From 10th to 15th, this happened. Due to the disagreements, the Akwatia results were finalized in Accra instead of the Eastern region. Although there was a declaration made that the MPP candidate won, and I'm talking about the Akwatia Member of Parliament, Ernest Kumi, there were a lot of disagreements, and then it had to happen in Accra instead of the Eastern region. The NDC's case was that NPP lacks original pink sheets. The MPP was relying on photocopies for this coalition that declared the Member of Parliament for Akwatia, Ernest Kumi, to have won the election. So the NDC candidate, Henry Akwatia, he filed a petition. What he was doing was seeking an injunction against the swearing in of Ernest Kumi, the elected Member of Parliament for the area, and that happened on December 20. So January 2, the Akwatia High Court, they granted a 10-day injunction barring the EC and the Clerk of Parliament from recognizing Kumi as the Member of Parliament elect. That was on the 2nd of January 2025. Mind you, the swearing in of these MPs, the newly elected members of Parliament, that was on the 7th of January 2025. Ernest Kumi was in Parliament on that day, the 7th of January, despite the injunction, the 10-day injunction period from January 2. He was sworn in despite the injunction, meaning that he chose to face any legal consequences. When that happened, the Clerk of Parliament, Mr. Akwatia, before the Speaker was elected, if you like, and before these new members of Parliament were sworn in, Akwatia had some words of caution for the members of Parliament, particularly for Ernest Kumi, particularly for the minority in Parliament. Let's listen to what the Clerk of Parliament said in relation to the swearing in of Ernest Kumi in the face of an injunction. And mind you, the injunction was to the EC as well as the Clerk of Parliament, which happens to be the man whose voice you're hearing now.
In the case of Akwatia, the Clerk to Parliament was served a process on the 3rd of January 2025 with an order of interim injunction from a High Court in Akwatia. This order was served through the legal office of the Parliamentary Service. The order directed the respondents, including the Clerk to Parliament, indicating that they are restrained from proceeding to call, admit, register, swear in, recognize, gazette the said Ernest Kumi as the elected member for the Akwatia constituency. At the time of the receipt of the order, the Parliamentary Service had already completed the process of registration of Ernest Kumi as member-elect. Honorable members, so I have brought this matter to the attention of the House. That is my pleasant duty to do. The member may decide, may elect to participate, but in doing so, I'm drawing attention to Article 105 of the Constitution, and I will read, a person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is is not entitled to do so commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an enactment of Parliament. Having done this, I have discharged my noble duty. I'll end there.
Mr. Chairman, the member so desires to proceed to be sworn in and to also participate in the election of the Speaker and bear the consequences himself.
So that was the Clerk of Parliament speaking first, and then was the Minority Leader, Alexander Payne-Markin. And then Alexander Payne-Markin said the member so desires that he continues with the process, bearing in mind the consequences that may come afterwards. So then came yesterday, fast forward, February 19, 2025. An arrest warrant was issued by the Koforidua High Court for Ernest Kumi's arrest for contempt of court, because the court said for 10 days, don't go there, don't go and be sworn in, don't carry yourself as a member of Parliament, but he did. And then this arrest warrant was issued. Mind you, Ernest Kumi was in Parliament yesterday. He spent about 30 seconds there. Oh, yes, we
were counting.
Oh, yes, we saw it. He went to put, that was before proceedings began. So that's the video of Ernest Kumi. He's seated in Parliament there. And then just after a few seconds, we saw him come out. So that's his. After that, we saw him in a meeting with the leadership of the party. We see Payne-Markin there. We see the Deputy Minority Leader, Patricia PJ, there with Ernest Kumi, of course.
Leadership of the caucus.
Leadership of the Minority Caucus in Parliament. The video you're seeing right now on our social media platform is also that of his lawyer in the Eastern region, the High Court issuing the arrest warrant for his arrest due to, if you like, his position to go back to Parliament even yesterday and before yesterday. I'm talking about the 7th of January. Sixtus, the question on the minds of many was this expected?
Yes, it was, because you know, this was part of the controversy we witnessed that night. It was, his seat was among the disputed seats.
Exactly.
So that and Ablekuma North. And till now, we still don't have results for Ablekuma North, right?
Yes.
And so it was necessary for the clerk to have issued that disclaimer. And we saw leader of the caucus also giving the assurances that the member understood fully well what the implications were of the action that he had taken that night. And so, yes, that was to be expected. Also because the case was still pending and is still pending before the court. That case it's a case of an election petition. And so, again, yes, we're expecting that this was a likely outcome of the application that had been brought before the court for him to be, they should pull his ears more for disobeying the court and disregarding the court. And so, yes, but outside of the legalities, Cosby, could this matter have been managed?
It certainly could have been managed
between
better.
The NDC and the MPP, the two caucuses. Could they have seen eye to eye on this matter? Can they see eye to eye on Ablekuma North? Because till now, we are not seeing any end in sight for the case of Ablekuma North. So just imagine that Arabna Obin, right, of the NDC, right?
Right.
Had also gone to be sworn in, because at that time she was the one who had been declared
winner by the EC officials
there. So imagine she had also gone to be sworn in. Would we have still been where we are? There are two contested seats. Let's share. NDC take one, MPP take one.
Well, that's not how it works. It couldn't have worked like that.
No, but I'm sure that, and I have said it here before, that between the NDC and the MPP, they know who won which seats.
Of course.
They know. But because of the investments that have been made into the election, financial investment, emotional investment, Charlie, you are seeing the seat, you are seeing it, but something is pulling
it back. Yeah.
Said, no, this I have to force more. Tema West, we spoke to Ibi Bright, right?
Yes.
She came here, we congratulated her.
That she had won.
Only
for us to wake up the next day.
The next day, they had gone to collect and declare, and she had lost. That one, I'm not even sure what the status of that case is.
So, Sixtus, what we're seeing on our Facebook stream right now is the disturbances that mad as part of the collation and the counting process. That people were not happy. They thought there were a lot of irregularities in the counting process because the MPP candidates, the NDC say, the MPP did not have the original pink sheets. They were relying on photocopies. So this is why the Akwatia collation had to come to the Greater Accra region for it to be done at the old EC head office, the original office of the Electoral Commission.